What a beautiful sunrise. And if you're one of those people that pushes and grinds and focuses on every little detail like you should, but you can't take the time to look at the sunrise when you're on your run, you're missing the point. Sometimes you gotta slow down and make sure you're recovering, which is what this week's video is about. Slowing down, recovering, the importance, and how it can be detrimental if you don't. All done. Solid workout. Now, if you're anything like me, I will push and push and push, and I've never been one to let how I feel determine what I do, which I think is a good pillar to have in your life. And when it comes to working out, whether I'm tired, I feel good, bad sleep, good diet, bad diet, whatever's going on, I still get that workout in and I still force myself to do it. And sometimes that can be detrimental, because if you're not giving your body that time to recover, you're breaking yourself down, is essentially what you're doing in these workouts. And you're not letting your body heal, grow stronger, and reap the fruits of your labor, right? If you keep pounding and pounding and pounding, you're just breaking your body down more and more and more. Your inflammation's going up, your joints probably start hurting, you're just exhausted, dehydrated, you start not feeling good, and you're not following all the steps right. And I've had that problem for such a long time that I would just pound and pound and pound and push and push and push. And it's, while the mentality of it I understand, and that's why I love working out, because you're pushing through hard things, doing things that you don't want to do. And I think everyone needs to get to that point in their life where they have to pull themselves back. If you're not at that situation where you don't feel like you're constantly burning yourself out, I want you to get there. I want you to try burning yourself out for once, so you understand how much it takes and what it feels like, so that when real life hits and you are feeling overwhelmed, you understand that you can reel some things back and get your body back into homeostasis. So recovery is just as important, or if not even more important, than the actual workouts. And for me, that's always been harder for myself to understand than to get myself to the gym, to get myself to run. Sometimes I need to realize that more is not always better. Good morning. We have our 19-mile long run today. Slow and steady. And I'll tell you what, I really don't want to do this. Although most days I want to get up and do a workout. Most days I don't want to get up and do an extremely long or extremely hard workout. And the feeling you get after is the effort you put in. So if it's an extremely hard workout you do first thing in the morning, afterwards you feel so much better than if you did something light. Now, it's important to do things that scare you, right? Because I believe in the mentality fitness brings, and by doing things that scare you, especially first thing in the morning, I think it makes you a tougher person. I think it makes you a better person. But that doesn't mean it doesn't suck. And this is gonna suck. Let's go. That does it, baby. 19 miles, 8:56 pace. That was nice. Still 94% humidity out, but it is much cooler. Instead of being in the 80s, it was in the low 70s. So that played a huge part. Felt good. Finished strong. I think I was cruising in at like 7:35 pace. Could have gone a few more miles for sure. Pumped about that one. But now it is time for the hard part. The easy part is over, doing the run. The hard part is resting, eating, and recovering. It's Thursday evening, and I'll tell you what, this like time change all summer with the sun setting like 8 p.m., 8:30, I don't know. I kind of took it for granted, and it seems like it is changing. It is changing so quick. Like every day it seems like the sunset's moving up 5 minutes and the sun rises 5 minutes later, which is honestly probably accurate, but all of a sudden it just seems so dark out. So I just wrapped up an easy 3-mile run. And that's something you would call active recovery. So there's two types of recovery really. There's active recovery, which is what I just did, which is, you know, going for a light run, walk, yoga, stretching, maybe lifting some light weights, getting your blood moving, but nothing that's gonna be super taxing on your body and require a long time to recover. It's really just getting some of that soreness out, making you feel better. It's not recovering you any faster. And then there is passive recovery, which personally I have a hard time doing. And passive recovery is basically waiting, doing minimal movement, managing stress, turning your brain down, getting some good food and nutrition in you, just sitting and waiting. Some of the best advice I've heard about how to recover better, not just passive recovery, not just active recovery, but just recover better, is be dumb. Like, if you're like me, then you're always going, you're always pushing, you're always thinking about something, you're on your phone, you're doing this, you're reading that, and while you're sitting there and you're recovering, it's not the best recovery. You need to turn your brain off and literally be dumb, is how I think about it. So once you do that and you turn your mind off, and you sit there, that's when you're really gonna start recovering. That's when you're really gonna start feeling the progress for the work you're putting in. Because, you know, the work is only half of it and you need to recover. So set up, active recovery is gonna make you feel better, not necessarily make you recover better, but it will make you feel better. And then passive recovery is what's gonna help you. And that is little to no movement, stress management, turning your brain off, and being dumb. Today we've got a 14-mile speed workout going down. 2-mile warm-up, 3-mile intervals with a 1-mile recovery. This is gonna toast us. Last big effort of the week. Let's get after it. There we go. 14 miles, average 8:30 pace throughout. My 3-mile increments hit about 750 on average. And let's go get some food in us. Let's start recovering. That was awesome. I say it every time. But there is nothing better than a Saturday morning lift. Good Friday night, you know, socialize a little bit, nothing that's gonna wear you out. And then a Saturday morning pump to start your weekend, nothing better. But there's one thing I wanted to talk about, and that is a slower Friday night, because we just did a full week of some pretty tough runs, and there's nothing more important to recovery than your sleep. People say, you know, I think everyone at this point knows this, 7 to 9 hours is really what you need to get, and that's gonna boost your recovery like crazy. But what I like to talk about more, and what I like to focus on when I'm getting my sleep, is when you're rested, you're managing your stress better, you're thinking better, your workouts are gonna be better because you're more focused, and your whole outlook on life is better. And like I was talking earlier with this be dumb mentality, almost like turn your brain off, your anxiety is gonna be lower when you get your sleep, and you're therefore gonna recover during the day better than if you didn't get your sleep and you're stressed about not doing things to your full potential. So last night was not the best example. Brooke and I celebrated her birthday, and we went out to dinner, had a couple glasses of wine and a cocktail. I did get like 10 hours of sleep though, because we went to bed right after. But those couple glasses really hinder your sleep. So all that to say, not fully recovered today, but nobody's perfect. So now we're going to celebrate Brooke's birthday part 2. Before we go home, we are stopping by Dick's. I haven't been to Dick's and I don't even remember when. But we're looking for some race shoes. All these carbon plated shoes are $250 plus, and you know, if I'm gonna go drop some of that bread on some shoes that I'm gonna wear just for the race, then I'm gonna go try some on first. So forgot what it's like to actually shop in a store. Absolutely nothing. I even went to the Nordstrom rack next door. Like, no race shoes. That's why shopping in person is so lame. I swear, they never have what you need anyways. That's a 55-mile week. Just wrapped up Sunday movement, 6 miles. And this is where we're gonna end the video here for this week. Gonna try to recover as best as I can. Sundays is the day to make up for all the missed protein throughout the week and sit and watch some football. Make sure that we didn't put wasted effort in with all this time, pain, and running. Only 2 more weeks left of building some tough workouts, and then we'll get into a taper, which I'll talk about more later. But this is another great week. Another great week. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, donate.